Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this game of Crusader Kings III, where we are playing as Frisia. This time, we are playing as Queen Frogopirate, the daughter of Queen Frank. And so far, we've gotten off to a pretty rough start. We had a massive civil war in which basically every single Jarl rose up against us. Thankfully, it was just for a... Oh, what was it? What's it called? Right, Crown Authority. So it was reduced from high down to limited. So that's one thing which we're going to need to increase, which we can't do until 58. Oh man, that's a long time. And it'll cost us a bunch of prestige, but that shouldn't be so much of a problem. Then the other thing is, loads of my vassals have been demanding reduced vassal contracts. So they're all getting more money, they're all getting bigger levies. And we can't be having that. That's not acceptable. In fact, our army size has gone down from 10,000 to 5,800, so it's had a pretty big effect on us. So what we are doing at the moment is we are working on building up our regular army, which has been pretty successful so far. We have increased the number of cavalry we have, we've increased the number of archers we have, and we still have a lot of onagers. Excuse me. Then the other thing we are doing is moving pretty rapidly down the overseer tree, which allows us to be a really kind of an evil character. In fact, we could also go authority for even more dread gain. That's tempting. Maybe after the first Revolutionary War. Or the first War of Retaliation, as it should be known. And we also need a court physician, but we can sort that in a minute. So basically all of our Jarls have been very naughty. There are a couple of them which kind of just jumping on the bandwagon, like Linda. Probably let it slide. And then there's a bunch where I absolutely will not. So there's going to be some revenge being incurred here. We're building up our dread. We're going to be really quite a dreadful leader. They have forced us to this. Being called both heartless and cold-hearted. Oh! We are actually callous. I was thinking this is not really in... Oh yeah, this is completely Frogopirate. Okay, then I feel a lot better about what we're about to embark upon. So we're going to go all the way down the Overseer tree. I am tempted to go Torture tree as well, possibly. We'll see if we really need to do that. Because our intrigue sucks. It's really bad. Although that does give you a plus 30 natural intrigue. Natural dread. So our minimum level would be 50 dread. That's going to offset a lot of retaliatory actions against us. Interesting. So, yeah, revenge will be coming. And it's not going to be nice for them. The other thing which I was going to do is we are a brilliant strategist, so we do need an element of strategy to this. And one of the things I was considering is one of the most effective systems of conquest, divide and conquer. So what we might actually do is have a feast as soon as we can afford it, which will increase the opinion of all of our vassals, and I'm hoping that that means they're not going to band together, because individually we can smash them, but when they band together in large groups like we just dealt with, they are a big freaking problem. So for example, if we get the opinion buff and then provoke Hawker Berison here, we can take down Hawker Berison, probably execute him, and then that's going to make the others a little bit more reluctant to act against us, and we basically go on from there. So that is how I am thinking about things at the moment. Whether we actually do all of this is another question. Because ultimately, my goal is still to continue the conquest of Iberia. I would like to embiggen our Sevian territories, but our nobles need to be dealt with, because... oh dear. So, here we go. Let's unpause. Because right now, we are basically just waiting for the money to roll in. We've lost money from the church again. Yes, we have. You could probably do with being replaced. Wait. What happened to my son? Arnfast should be in there, shouldn't... oh, he got made into a count. He inherited some land, did he? No, he didn't. He's unlanded. How are you a count? Well, regardless, we can bring in Arnbjorn, who is a intelligent courtier. You're married to... Ah, Girid. Okay. Yeah, you're pretty good overall. So maybe we do want to keep you here. So that's going to mean swaying. And start focusing you instead. Because we want the church on our side so we can get the extra levies and the extra money. Duke Eperenando's friendship. I never expected I would grow so close to Duke Eperenando as I've done in the last few years. On multiple occasions, he's proven himself to be a reliable and... No, he hasn't. No, he really hasn't. Yeah, he really hasn't. Like, at all. It's rare to have a close friend. We're not friends. Still not convinced. No, I'm really not convinced. Or, I never want to see his face again. Get out of here. Moron. Think I'm going to fall for that. Pfft. And so the tyrannical rule of Frogger Pirate shall commence. Such a shame her vassals forced her hand like this. They could have been such good friends. I mean, I was fairly happy to work alongside the nobility of the realm as we had in such a way, but they all rose up against us. And in fact, I have that picture, that screenshot taken to just confirm that it was in fact all of them. Because if any of them didn't rise up against me, okay. I will hold up my hands and say, fine. So let's see, we have got... Oh man, I can't actually see what realms they're from. But that's Julich. That's you. That's you. That's you. That's you. Red Banner. Oh, I know who that is. That's Like. That's you. That's probably Linda. That's definitely Linda. Then... I haven't seen either of these two yet. Oh no, Orangard definitely did. And Frisia. Frisia did not. Because we were fighting up here, weren't we? I have a feeling you may not have actually risen up against us. No, I don't think you did. Easy way to find out. No, I don't think you did. Okay, so Frisia is going to be spared my wrath. Nope, Frisia is not in my screenshot. And yes, we were fighting up here, so no, Frisia was not in there. Okay, so we have one Jarl who was blameless, and that is indeed Linda. We're still missing one. Who's that? Yellow background, blue lions. It's like the opposite to this one. Yellow background, blue lions. I'm not seeing that. Oh, it's that one. It's Yilland. Why did they get a hook on me? I'm still at war with them. Huh. It's a screenshot. I have a screenshot here, which I'm looking at. How did you... Huh? Yeah, it is him. But we're still fighting. I don't know why we haven't won yet, but we are apparently still fighting. Oh, it's because Uppland is completely occupied. Yeah, that's just a plus 7%. But I've done my part, so if you're failing to win, then that's on you. I've done what I came to do. We need a court physician, yes we do. So who do I trust to do this? Master Roll, thank you very much for the raid. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you joining us. So what were you just playing as? Or who were you just playing as? And why is this feeling so quiet? My voice feels dampened. There we go, now I can hear myself. What was I doing? Right. I was getting one of these, so we need somebody. Probably Arnbjorn. To be the court physician. And you seem to be relatively positive towards us, so we trust you. More than the others. And you're a good fighter. We will recruit you. County claim, good fighter. We'll recruit you. I have a feeling we're going to have a need for good fighters. Especially because the number of champions we have will be much reduced when we actually do go and fight these idiots. So what I might also do is invite champions, which will cost some prestige, but that's okay. Marvellous. Kingdom come. Ah, nice. Have fun. See you next time. Thanks again, Roll. Much appreciate it. Mordred will roll off their names as he goes to sleep tonight. Yes. Yes, he will. I need to bring up the names again. I need to have that window open. I don't actually have their names. I just have their portraits and their nation. Well, I can confirm, because I can see what they look like. I have a picture! I've painted a pretty picture. We're being raided. People are holding us in such contempt, they're raiding us. At first I thought it was a joke. How could my daughter Gurrit and her brother be lovers? Damn it, people! Yet the letters my spies intercepted describes encounters no woman should ever have with her brother. Really? Well, you two are the idiots. So, prison. Which was the actual... Yeah, you're the decent one. So, Countess Frank is fine. The other two can rot in jail. In fact, if I really wanted to prove our contempt for our enemies... Oh, I lose a level of devotion for this. No, I don't want to do that. They can just stay in jail. Oh, what's this? Hesse is fighting, eh? Who is Hesse fighting against? Oh, they're just raiding. They are just raiding. It's because you're a pagan. You're allowed to raid. Okay. Also means we could try and conquer you. What are all of these armies? Are these my vassals having at each other? Because that's fine, because this is just using up their troops. Yep, this is my vassals fighting each other. Good lord, some of them have big armies. How the hell do you have this many? Mercenaries. That's how. And allies. Fine. A scandalous priest. Yeah, I know he's scandalous. This has come up about 5 times now. And we're going to continue to condemn him for his transgressions. Because that man alone has probably done more damage to the Ursatru faith than like anybody else. Okay, we have enough money, so let's have our feast. This is going to be the calm before the storm. The guests are gathered in the great hall, lords and ladies from near and far reaches of the realm. The mood is bright, the spirits high as the feast begins. Welcome, friends. The great table seating the upper nobility on the dais have a loud crack, and a moment later it gives in under the weight of the food and the gilded decoration. As my most distinguished guests and I had been fitted amongst the lower nobility, I ended up close to my daughter and heir, Countess Frank. Duke Eperando took it poorly, however, and told everyone it was a grave injustice to be seated with the lords and ladies barely better than the commoners. As high nobles mingled with their lessers, words of both friendship and enmity were exchanged among people who rarely associate. Frank and I ended up talking all evening, and agreed it would not be the last time we feasted and laughed in each other's company. Countess Frank becomes a friend. Interesting, that's my heir. New martial lifestyle. Let's do that first. Because I would like to have absolute control. Which is kind of interesting. I had to read up what this does. Absolute control is a special state of control enabled by absolute control perk, denoting the ruler has an iron grip over the population. Whenever control is at 100, it will instead display absolute and give additional bonuses to taxes and levies. A friendship. As my guests leave, they seem to depart in good spirits. I'm also relieved to see that Countess Frank does not depart without saying farewell. We both know we'll be seeing each other again soon. So Frank is one of the few people that we seem to be able to trust. So our control here is indeed absolute. So we get +5 counties and +10% taxes, and I believe that we do actually have, yeah, a lot of absolute control. My armies have just gone from 5,000 to 8,000. 3,000 extra levies because of this. Is there a way to order your vassals to stop fighting each other? Yeah, so it's in, well, there's two ways. First of all, if you get absolute crown authority, they can't fight unless they have a hook with you. Basically, they ask permission to fight. Or if you change their feudal contract with war declaration. Oh no, that's, yeah, it's just the crown authority. So your crown authority has to hit absolute. Once you have absolute crown authority, they can't fight unless you say they can. Okay, so we have made a couple more friends. These two are still problematic. You're still problematic. And these are just peasants. So Hawker has been a problem for a while. So, oh man, you have a lot of territory. If I try to imprison you, he would rise up with the independence faction, so it would be Hawker and Uster, and possibly Brabant. Wait, which realms were they from? Lower Lorraine, Angria. Lower Lorraine seems to be fighting already, and losing apparently. Fighting against Linda. He's going for the Earldom. Well, I think it's probably time then that we raised our own forces and request most humbly that they stop. It's time to put on the hat of dread. In fact, I have a feeling I'm going to be wearing that hat for a while. Okay. I think we're ready for this. You know it's serious when he puts the earphones on inside the safety helmet. Yep. This is more like the executioner's cap for Frogger Pirate. Has a very different meaning for her. So we are going to go to you, Mr. Hawker. And we are going to imprison you. And I'm very much expecting you to refuse. Wait, what? All of them? That's not what that was saying. This is why I saved. You saw it. I was checking. It said just the independence faction. Because usually if it said on decline, it will tell you exactly who would rise up against you. It didn't. It just said the independence faction. Which these guys clearly aren't a member of. Ah, shoot. I forgot to make myself commander. Ah! I mean, yeah, obviously I made them angry. That was kind of the point. Because here, it would say exactly who would join. Hawker, Ingold, Dmitriev, and Rogenwalder. Okay, so if I go against him, it's more people. Well, I can be a little bit more cautious about this then. So, Hawker... Brabant was another one. Hawker, Aster, Dmitriev, and Rogenwalder. That's only 5 of them. That's a lot better than all of them. War declared. There we go. Rally the troops. Now we can put the hat back on. This is what I expected. So it's 9,000 against my 5,000, but we're going to be fighting them piecemeal. And I have a big advantage because I am taking the field personally. Time to kick ass and take names. So that's your army dealt with. Then we're going to go over here to Amsterdam to make sure that they don't take me capital and don't get a chance to rally together. And we're going to be reinforcing as we do. Reinforcing very quickly because of our special abilities. Got you. And there's going to be another army dead. Crushed, even. Alright, let's move on to this one. Lose decisively. Really? Why? Who do they have in charge? Rogenwalder, which is a 19 against my 23, so they don't have a superior commander. They have more traits, but eh. I have the better men-at-arms counter. I have more troops than them. I almost certainly have more special forces. Yes, I do. -2 because we got it just too late. Yeah, as I assumed, we're winning. It's close, don't get me wrong. But it's not close enough. Take that! You bastards. That's what I like to see. My glory is widely known. Yeah, they did have more champions. And in fact, once we've retaken Amsterdam, we can raise a bunch more champions. So, in that first battle, we had 6,000 against their 2,700. They lost 1,500. We lost 500. Our levies did pretty well. Their champions did kill 233. And we have 7 champions only. But they are very good champions. Whereas theirs are less good. Then this second battle was even more one-sided, I believe. Oh, they have house guards. And yeah, they had a lot of champions here. 670 kills from the champions alone. And then that last battle was the really... Oh no, this was the slaughter oversticked. This one wasn't close. This one was a massacre. And this is the one where we caught them there. And we annihilated their champions. Okay, so we just need to retake our fort here. Call to arms. No, we're not doing any call to arms. Not right now. Why are we on minus 14? Oh, because the capital being taken. Yeah, fair. But as soon as we've taken Amsterdam back again, we'll try and catch them as they try to cross the rivers. Come on, hurry up. Before they all mass together, because that's where the problems begin. Then we're going to go here, we're going to raise all, we're going to merge you together. Ooh, that's going to take 35 days to raise again. Eesh. But they are nicely splitting up, which is awfully kind of them. 3,000 there, 2,000, the 3,000 over there. So as long as we fight them independently of each other, we should be able to win this. And because we have Overseer, soldiers of lesser... not that one. Which one is it? Prepared conscription, friendly territory levy recruitment plus 100%. Means that we replace our losses really fast, as you can see. We have 4,600 men already. So let's go and lift these sieges. And go kick their asses again. And this time I have more champions with me. 9 of them. No, you're not escaping. Come on, it'd be lovely if I could get another shatter. Shattered. They're on the move. They're not getting there in time, though. And this is why it's lovely having a High Marshal Commander. They're running away. Quite right, too. Beautiful. Let's go and take these guys out. A series of stunning victories are clawing us to victory. And apparently Syria is listening in. Another stack wipe. Marvellous. We're going to wait until you're locked in and we're going to catch... Oh, no. You're running away. Wimps. So that first battle on the 2nd of June, we had 5,000. They had 800. It was a slaughter. It was the slaughter at Tilburg. Then we had the 4th of August, which was the slaughter of Neuss. We lost 100 men. They lost 1,500. And then we had the Battle of Guelders. Armoured footmen just never do anything. Ever. Sweet. And what are their armies looking like? They have 4,000 men left. Well, isn't that a shame? And they're almost certainly going for Arnhem again. No, Amsterdam again. So we're going to go and cut them off to stop them doing that. Oh, nope, they're coming across the river. Who's going to get there first? Me. This should be another stack wipe. It is. Are we catching you in the forest? Yes, we are. I think that this is going to be another stack wipe as well. Excellent. Excellent. And you're going out to sea, which is probably really stupid. The slaughter will continue until obedience improves. Exactly. And we're now at 48% victory, although we're almost capped out in terms of war score. For some reason. I can't really imagine why, but we've almost capped out the war score. So where is Brabant going to try and go to? I'm guessing I have an idea. So we're going to move you back here. You are indeed disembarking over here, which is really stupid, because it's going to take me less than 30 days to get to you. Oh, you're heading north. Okay. Oh, now you've gone into a dead end. That was not smart. And now you're trying to go back at sea. Unfortunately for you, that takes a month. Gotcha. Boom. The good unlanded, while hosting lords and ladies from realms near and far. Some opportunities to portray my Riksgodai Arnott in a good light have presented themselves. My lady, pray tell, who is the most dignified person around? Well, obviously it's Arnott. The good man of the cloth, who is giving me loads and loads of dosh now that the church is starting to pay their dues. And also the manpower. And here we go. The demise of the Brabant armies is total. And thus, we have defeated their entire army. They have 2,000 men left. Out of the, what was it, 10,000 they started with? Something like that? Let's go and capture their families. We killed 1,000, we lost 38 in Naymaker. Whoops. And then in Alkmaar, we lost 65, they lost 1,000. Whoops. And then in Harderwijk, we lost 120, they lost 797. Whoops. And in fact, I think what I might do is put together a special sieging force. Of maybe 1,000. Let's go with one more set. 1,800 is a bit much. 1,004 is fine. And then you need a commander, preferably somebody who can siege. Good. We don't seem to have anybody that can siege good. That's unfortunate. Oh, look at that. We have got the army of Luki coming in. Just in time. We might go and stand here. Let them come for Amsterdam, as they're almost certainly going to be doing. Oh no, they're going for Ostfriesland. Alright. We march. And the great thing is, this means that my loyal vassals have also completely turned their war around. Unfortunately, they don't have the disembarkation penalty anymore. Okay, so Arnhem has fallen. No, sorry, Utrecht has fallen. Arnhem's actually loyal. Next up, Brabant. So I do need to be a bit careful of that force, because they're probably men-at-arms. Oh, they're running. I would say don't let them. Got you. Please teach these forces from Russia how to really fight. Yep, you showed them. Alright, let's go and crush this army. If they think that they come back, if they have a way back into this war, let us prove them just how remiss they are in their military expectations against Frogger Pirate. Siege 1. Oh, I wasn't even going for Brabant. Whoops, I misclicked. Oh, you're going out to sea. Ah. Well, I'll follow you along the river, because I have a pretty good idea where you're trying to go. Yep. Ah, good. You landed. That's a real shame for you. Oh, what's that? You're trying to run away? No, I think not. Valuable hostage taken. I've taken the Duchess Rustica in that siege, have I? Well, that's a real crying shame, because this gives me the 100% that I needed here. And these are all now considered criminals. Well, that's very unfortunate. No, I'm keeping this helmet on. I have work to do. So, we have a number of prisoners now. And these people have all proven themselves unworthy of the trust we had placed upon them. As nobles of the realms, they're all going to die. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Anyone else? You're just a count, so you're fine. Oh, yep, you're dead. That's all of them. So, do you respect my rule now? With my 100 dread. Anyone else have a problem with how I am handling this situation? I should probably let a bit of time pass, because I think that there might be a couple of successions occurring. Probably. Because in gold, you seem to be unsure about your place here. Unlawfully executed? There was nothing unlawful about that. They were criminals. How long is that penalty going to take to go away? Oh dear, it doesn't. Oh well. Cause me more problems? I'll execute you as well. Well, with that, I think that we can probably expect there to be a little bit more peace restored to the realm. Now, are you going to continue causing me problems? Or not? Hmm? So Dimitri was killed, that was Luki. Roggenwalde, that was Utrecht. Brabant. Lower Lorraine. Angria. So I know, for example, that Jarl Linda of Westphalia was not amongst that number. Do you have a problem with me? Executed close relation, tyrant. You'll get over both of those. You seem to be quite happy with how things are being handled at the moment. What about you, Vespia? Hosted feast, tyrant. Wants a seat on the council. Yes, we can probably arrange some things like that. Unlawfully executed family. You seem to be a little unhappy with how I've handled things here. Sibyl and Ingold would rise up here. Well, if you decide to try things against me, I'll be watching these factions with some interest to see what happens. And also, I should finish this bloody war, because my goodness, how long's that gone on for? 8 years. That war's been going on for 8 years now. Well, I don't think I need my my safety hat anymore. So let's send the siegers over to Uppland. Let's go and take that back again. And then the regular army. Are we actually fighting Prussia in this? Or Rugen? Yeah, we are. They've only got 500 men left, though. So I'm going to send you... Nah, we'll disband this lot. We just need these guys to do the sieges. They've only got 500 men left. Okay. I seem to have dealt with that problem pretty admirably. So what is the actual effect of this? What does dread actually do? Dread is a measure of how feared a ruler is. Rulers increase dread by performing cruel and heinous acts such as torturing and executing prisoners. Dread makes it viable to play a tyrant because unruly vassals become intimidated or terrified, making them too scared to oppose you. A character's dread can range from 0 to 100 over time. Their dread will trend towards the natural dread, which is defined by their personality traits. Vassals are discouraged from joining factions. Vassals are discouraged from scheming. Increases vassal acceptance, for example, of title revocation. Increases offer vassalization acceptance. Makes electors more likely to vote as you do. Okay, so it does help with the elections. And makes vassals unlikely to oppose law changes. Well, that's nice, because we will be having a law change in 14 years from now. Good. Right, let's put on the other headset again. Because this one is quite a lot more comfortable. Okay, we have got another martial perk, which is going to make us into an overseer. Martial +2, stewardship +2, control growth factor +50% a month. Very nice. So, where do we want to go from here? Do we really want to double down on the dread with torturer? Because that natural dread +30 means that we're going to stay dreadful a lot longer. I wonder this because my intrigue is garbage. It's really bad. We are a martial character. And I don't think that we're very sneaky. I think we manage our affairs through just brute force. So the more brutal we can be in the application of brute force, the better. So I think we're going to go gallant. Or maybe strategist. We'll probably go strategist. I don't think that this character really feels particularly gallant, if I'm being honest. You have a +30 in martial too, do you? What, on strategist? I mean, we have the +20 already. That was from Serve the Crown. No, +15. Dread gain goes up 20%. I mean, if we need to get more dread, we can get more dread by executing people. Right, and the council. I should maintain the council. Arno, what's your problem? Tyrant. No, that'll go away soon enough. Tyrant. That'll go away soon enough. Execute a dynasty member. That'll go away. That'll go away. That'll go away. And that'll go away. Yeah, you're all fine with how I've managed affairs. And if we just double check this, we have nobody else wishing to join any factions. I am very pleased to hear that. Very, very pleased to hear that. Yeah, I know I'm over my limit. I mean, one thing we could potentially do is go stewardship. Which I don't think we're as... No, we're actually really good at stewarding. Oh no, that's mostly because he's helping me. He's currently focusing steward. Actually thinking about it, do we want to do that? Because steward allows us to get our administrator, which would get me soon forgiven and toe the line. Or we could go down architect just to keep on building stuff up. No, this is a warrior queen. And warrior queen does warrior stuff. And yes, we do have people to ransom. That's a good point. So, Radomira would not accept. Astikar would accept. Gila would not. Rogenwalder would. Beatrix would. And on fast. And I need to make a choice between you two. You're the genius, so we're going to let Gear it out. Cannot be ransomed. I'm not sure I want to. I accept your ransom offer and hope to see him returned in good health. Good health. Good health. This isn't lowering my dread, is it? No. We're good. Just releasing people. Like, I couldn't just release you even though I'd get nothing from you. Gain stress. I gain stress for just releasing. Oh, I can request you convert. And demanding conversions, I think, is reasonable. You would pay me money. You are already converted. You already converted. You would pay a ransom. You would not. You would, however, convert. In fact, if you're any good at fighting, you're not good at fighting. Then I would release you as a recruit. You're also not very good at fighting. Velasquez is, though. Okay, made a pretty penny from this. I'm not sieging this back. Oh, you've taken Olberg. I need to take it back again. I see. Valdemar has joined the war. Oh, it's a different ruler. And Grima seems genuinely willing to get back in my good books. You're mostly pissed because you don't have a seat on the council. Who am I swaying at the moment? Oh yes, Arnold. Once that's done, we'll sway the Spy Master again. And now that we have a lot of money, we are probably saving up to try and get a castle... No, sorry, a city built here. Although cities are now 500 because we're not a steward. So it's a good thing we built as many of those as we could with the previous ruler, actually. Because she was getting those cheaper. Arnold was not swayed. Well, keep trying, because we need him on side. And Jacopi has become an architect, which increases his stewarding even further. Nice. I am pregnant. Okay. replace the other 2 idiots that are currently in jail. Who are we fighting? We are fighting Viborg, who was trying to take Aalborg away from my allies in Uppland. And as soon as we re-siege this, war should be pretty much over. Because they are fully occupied and have been for bloody ages. Could actually increase the number of soldiers we have. Do we want to experiment with armoured footmen to see if we can make them better? Or... yeah, we're still a long way from getting the herd. What am I researching right now? Oh, bailiffs. Oh, for the domain limit. Yes. Carry on. And there we go. 100%. As soon as they accept the peace. There it is. I can now return home. And start making the full amount of money once more. And this is also going to allow me to do some buildings and some upgrades. Are we still not... oh, hang on. That's not manorialism. I was looking at the wrong thing. So, do we go for the money? Yeah, I think we're going to go for the Royal Reserves, because this also comes with a development. Loads of cash. Royal Reserves. And that's going to be manorialism. How close are we to manorialism? I mean, we're getting closer. We're just not there yet. Average development of Norse counties is now giving us plus 0.3, so it is definitely rising. Oh yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of yellow here now. We've risen ahead of England. We're still nowhere near as... well, Cordoba's at 39. What's Rome nowadays? 42. 43. Constantinople has overtaken Rome. Despite the chaos. Outstanding fighter, yeah he is. 90 ducats, but for 25 combat, he's only 32. Worth. Competent fighter. Done. Not taking the county claims peoples though. So how are we doing for champions? Yeah, we have very good champions. What are you so miffed about? Oh, the unlawfully executed family. Too bad, because you were one of the ones who was actually loyal previously. So don't make me kill your ass. Alright, daughter. This is going to be Chibi Yodel. And do that. How many vassals do we have in total? 18. Although that is including all the mayors, which don't really count, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9, 10. 10 vassals. Silamas, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Ransom, you are offering 25 ducats for Countess Marie. Oh yeah, she was probably one of the ones from Gilland. And let's see. Oh, now you are offering a ransom. Faction targeting me is disbanded. That's very nice. How far ahead is this from the latest YouTube episode? Quite far. Probably 16 episodes? No, more than that. Probably about 30 episodes ahead. I don't think you can ransom your own daughter from prison. Why not? She owes me. Have I played through to a 1453 run yet? No. This one probably will get there, though. As of late, I often see my daughter and heir, Countess Frank and Marshal Jarl Organgard, around the castle drop deep in conversation. They truly seem to have found common ground. I'm sorry to hear that. Although she is one of the slightly more loyal. Yeah, she'll probably be okay. Though she did piss me off by forcing me to put her on the council. Though she is one of the few people that probably could legitimately do that. They can't be up to anything good. This ends now! So, what you talking about? This can't be up to anything good. I don't trust her. She was one of the ones that rose up against us. Are you any good at fight? Actually, yes, you are. You can be recruited. Helgi. I think I'm going to keep you in jail just in case I need to post up a reminder. To the cold-hearted frog pirate. Ah, you noticed. Bye. Right, we're not building holdings. We are doing other things. So we've got all of those guys recruited. We still have the light footmen. Light footmen counter heavy infantry. Do I want to get rid of the light foot and replace them with something else? Because the AI doesn't tend to use heavy infantry that much. We could replace them with, like, heavy cavalry. Although heavy cav is super expensive. Love our side of the day. Streaming Lady Magnus came over to your stream, then went to Ben Magnus at the end of your stream right before you went the raid there, and now he's done and back here again. Nice. That's why I don't watch the streams when I've started the YouTube. I don't like skipping. That's fair. I read that all the men-at-arms except bowmen are pointless because levies provide all the foot soldiers you'll need. That's just wrong. That's just completely wrong. Because they hit a hell of a lot harder than levies do. And levies have a habit of dying in the thousands. Greetings from Yorkvik. Hello to you in Yorkvik. Or should I say New Lancaster? Am I able to upgrade Crown Authority? No, it's like 14 years. That's a good question. Who do we have here? They are using primarily light horsemen and camel riders. And their allies have light footmen and mangonels. And England, who is another potential nearby rival, has light horsemen, pikemen, armoured footmen, armoured horsemen, mangonels, house guard. What do you get house guard from? It was a legacy, somebody said. This one. Wow, they're a private army already? $44.30. And how does that compare to regular heavy infantry? 35 for 22. So a fair bit better. I'm not sure that I want to build many more of the plus levies buildings. Just because money is just so useful. Get even more taxes from the farms and fields. Although, actually, this is my capital, so maybe we want walls and towers. Or save up 800 ducats is a heck of a lot. I'd rather do that with a steward expert. I can usurp the earldom of Karelia. Oh, yeah, we can. That was all done by Vespia? Vepsia? Kudos to you. I like to see this happening, because it means we're growing stronger in Russia. Which is a good thing, because I was very much concerned about the Russians. Heresy! Old Usterund in Kelra? Oh, Orangard, just as I was starting to like you. No. Come on. She is a Hesriarch. Local leader of a heretical sect. Don't make this lead to a chop-chop. Because I'm quite happy to chop-chop. That fervor is actually decent at the moment. Where was she again? Yeah. So if we revoked your title for being a filthy heretic, Sybil, Ingjald, and Epriprando will rise up. Those were the other three that need to perhaps be reminded of who's in charge here. Especially Ingjald. I know Ingjald's one that absolutely hates us. Yeah, I think that this is going to lead to a case of chop-chop. I'll be honest. Okay. There's way too much heresy happening here. So Lucky would rise up. Man, what is it with Lucky? It's just consistently causing problems. Oh, Linda as well. Well, looks like we're going to need to get the executioner's cap. Sorry, safety helmet again. Because we got some purging to do. I'm very disappointed it's Linda. I had really hoped it hadn't come down to this. In fact, just because I like you, Linda, I'm going to give you the opportunity to not rise up against me. So we were going to go to Orangard. You were the one who caused this problem. And I'm going to need you to go ahead and give me all of my stuff back. Before I do that, though, let's raise the army. Because this might take a couple of days. And I'd rather have my army ready and rearing to go before you actually cause me the problems. Thick as thieves, as of late I often see Countess Frank and my vassal Grima around the castle deep in conversation. She a heretic? No, Grima's okay. This can't be good, this ends now. Stop it. Alright, let's go and stand on her fort so that she can't raise her troops. Or she can, but they'll probably die straight away. Ransom for Helgi. Who is Helgi to you? Unknown, but he's worth 25 ducats, so I'll accept. Sure. Seems reasonable. Alright, I'm going to need you to go ahead and stop blaspheming. There's another one now as well, for Pete's sake. See if I can get any of these where less of them would rise up. Unfortunately, they all seem to have banded together. Here, there's only 3 of them. And this is Luki. So Luki has the least friends, but Luki is also the furthest away. You're the most popular. So I think next time I'm just going to revoke all of their titles and just bring in a completely new wave of people. Because this is just silly. It's actually kind of funny the heresy is always the same since there are only 2 Norse faiths. Yeah, for the moment, I'd always kind of intended to reform when I, got to Iberia or maybe got to Africa, but no! Haven't had the opportunity to do that. Oh, what am I doing? Trying to work out the best way of... Imprisoning? Is there a chance of imprisoning? There's a 19% chance of imprisoning. You're intimidated, we have massive military. You have a high intrigue, so do any of your fellow conspirators have bad intrigue, so I can just separate them out? Sybil does. Sybil would be the easiest. Sybil's also the furthest away. Oh, I really don't want to have to kill Linda. I think I might have to. Ah, Sibel is of Brabant, so Brabant would be easy to stand on, and you would be joined by only one person. So this is how we're going to start this. Okay, Sybil. I'm going to need you to go ahead and join my prisoners in prison. War declared, rally the troops. Murder, murder, murder. In fact, I'm going to split off the Onager force again. With a separate commander who can be Eskild. And then I'm going to be taking the forces here. So who else rose? Was, yeah, Luke. Novgorod. No, Luki. So we're basically going to have to wait until they... Oh, hello, you're raising troops. Not very many of them, though. Call to arms. No, sorry. I have my own internal affairs to be dealing with. And they're just trying to run away. Stop them! Calm down. You move on up there. And there we go. That's going to be their main army dead. Now we just need to wait for Luki's armies to join us in Amsterdam. Unless they're actually fighting someone right now. They are still in the process of recruiting. And no, they're just fighting me. So my main fighting army can go and stand up here because they're almost certainly going to come from Amsterdam. They always do. Any reason not to try demand conversion? Because they all refuse. And it doesn't give me a CB against them. This does. Oh, we have another martial perk. So... Chivalric dominance would allow my knights to be even more effective, though I think that we are past the era of good knights. Organized march would be even stronger. So let's get the Bellum Justum so that we can get organized march for the 15% movement. Because every war we have won has been a war of maneuver. We get into position, we destroy them piecemeal. If they band together, it's over. Let's go for Aachen next. Come on. Hurry up. There we are. You move on up here. That's a pretty central location from which we can see the enemies coming in. You're sailing around. Yeah, we'll see them appear. And they can't see me because I'm away from the coast. And the AI does not seem to cheat when it comes to those things. In other words, Mordred is focusing on mobility. Indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Middleburg? No, you're sailing. Oh, you're going down here. Okay. Oh, I see. You're trying to go for the capital. Yeah, we're not going to let you do that. Soz. And battle is joined. We have a plus 40. Because they are still disembarking. They do have a very good commander, but... so do I. And I am leading my own soldiers too. And they, oh man, that was a stack wipe. Really? There's 100%er. Enforce the demands. Alright, all of y'all criminals are gonna have to go ahead and give me all your stuff. I forgot. This is also my executioner's cap. I'm probably gonna need that for this trial. Did I say trial? I meant trial. Right, so Sybil, you're gonna need to go ahead and give me all your titles. And then you're going to need to go ahead and die. And Grima. Hi, Grima. How's it going? I'm going to need you to go ahead and give me all of your titles. Yes, I mean all of them. And because y'all are seen as criminals, I'm allowed to take all of this stuff. And then I'm going to need you to go ahead and die. I love how this is just relieving a massive amount of stress. Oh, you're kin. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave you to die in dungeon. No, I'm not going to piss off the Maudlings. We'll just leave you. Right. Marvellous. I believe I have some new titles to play with now. Mordred does not like criminality. No, Mordred does not like criminality. Absolutely not. Also, I love what my wealth is at right now. Seems appropriate. You don't kill family, but isn't that the best part? Nah. I don't want to take the hits from that. Just taking everything they once loved is enough. So what's my tyranny at these days? Well, my dread's at 100, obviously. Tyranny's still only at 47. Everything we're doing is entirely legal. I just want to emphasize that. It's entirely legal because I said so. Alright, so we have lands to give away. Where? Oh, Loven. For a start. Okay, so this was the only bit of Brabant. Plus we do have... Wait, how are you still here? What are you pissed about? Tyranny, yeah, but we'll get over that. You're a filthy heretic, but we can actually get you to convert as part of you being in jail. So that's less of a problem. Liege holding your duchy, having too many duchies, those aren't problems. Yeah, we can rehabilitate you. There we are. Okay, so Loven needs to go to somebody else. Do we have anybody who is deserving of this title? Bjorn. Or do I want Arnbjorn over here? I think I want Arnbjorn over here because he's got high learning. You can have Tikvin. And Viangi. Below 0, I'm going to give to somebody else though. Good Rhoda. And then the earldom of this is going to you. This is Vespia. And then we have these territories here in Karelia. Styrbjorn. Content antagonist. Perfect. We take the earldom of Karelia. Oh, we would need to usurp it. They're fighting a war at the moment. Okay. It just means we can take it later. Now, what other territories do I have? Ypres, Guinness, Brugge, Bologna, Lille. West-Friesland, Holland, Zeeland, Sevilla, Brabant. So Brabant I would like to give to somebody who has decent stewarding, preferably. Anthrax. Sure. And you're also going to get the Earldom of Brabant. Okay. We need a new court physician. May actually just search for one. We have the money for it. Begin the search. So, how do my vassals like me now? Some of you not very happy. Now, was there any other allllll heretics around? Yes, there are. Linda. And Ingjold. But as I said, this was all part of a policy of divide and conquer. We've done the dividing, now it's time for the conquering. Is it very cold in below zero? Coldest county in Russia. I would imagine so. Arnold was swayed. Not enough though. Need to keep that up. I could give the husband two of the territories, like Lille and Ypres, because his heir is going to be the same as mine. Actually, is it? Don't know. Right. So, who is... Wrong faith. Linda, would you just convert? You might. I'll give you one chance. No, we'll pay you if you ask me. Good. So, Linda's dealt with. Don't need to do anything against you. Court physician, the world is full of dangers, even to a queen and her court. As per my request, my servants have inquired after recommendations. So, we have this guy, who is an elusive shadow. A dishonourable ravener. No, I don't trust him. Or this guy. They're both terrible. Or this guy. Who is slightly better? No, none of them. Ah, but we can make Arno the court physician. And that's actually going to improve his relations, so suddenly we're actually earning money and levies from the church again. Even better! Okay. Right, who else is a heretic? Linda ain't. You are. Three counts and two dukes. Two of the dukes are the problematic ones. Well, you proved your loyalty in the first war, but then you made some absolutely dreadful choices. And I'm going to need to put on my execute... Sorry. my safety helmet again. This thing is quite heavy. Oh, I didn't raise my armies this time. Whoops. Raise. Did I demand anything from you? I did. Oh boy, that's everyone again. No, it's not. 2 Jarls, 3, 4. Oh, you're completely the wrong faith anyway. Oh yeah, you're definitely going to get killed. Should have raised the army first. That was a mistake. But their forces are still woefully separated, so I don't think we're going to have that many problems. First things first, let's go and fight for this, then we'll probably leave behind the besieging units while we go and kill these guys. Then the ones coming from Russia are going to take a long time to get here. Am I in command? I am in command. Marvellous. Stop running away from me! Come back here! Gotcha. Unforeseen tragedy. Count Trigriv, the spouse of my daughter and heir Frank, has passed away. All those carefully crafted plans have been crushed by hell's fickle impulse. Though such complaints may seem petty and insubstantial compared to the family's pain. Alright. Gotcha. A little bit of advanced tactics, but we got there eventually. Unfortunately, we have the wrong person in command. Still a demolition. Unfortunately, we didn't destroy them completely. You're landing here. That seems like a very bad place to be landing. Not call into any other wars. Soz. The map. My spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at a local tavern. The man has been spending large amounts of gold and bragging loudly about the great deal he struck with a fancy lady in pearls and silk. Apparently, he drew a map of the local farmland for an unknown noblewoman. The spies think the lady must be scheming against me or one of my subjects. You're just a random person. That idiot belongs in my dungeon. Sith Yeti, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. Let's go down this way. Come on. Oh my god, how are these so fast? Nope, they're after Amsterdam. And they are starting to rally some troops together here, which is a bit of a problem. Not a massive problem, just a bit of one. Oh, you gonna get in my way? You're definitely gonna get in my way. Compliments! To make my Riksgodai Anot more susceptible to my attempts of approaching him, I include a compliment. Yes, please do. I have another 1,000 men coming in. They are not going to want to land here, though. Our recent correspondence has been a source of joy for you. Marvellous. Okay, 5,200 versus 4,200. Unfortunately... No! How do you not have the disembarkation penalty? Thankfully, my general is substantially better than theirs, because all of the good generals in this realm are basically dying. Or have died. Good. Right, so what we are going to do now is destroy that army while they're trying to board on their ships. Hopefully we can get there first. Yes! Death! Stack wipe. Beautiful. Okay, next we are going to split out our army. We're going to grab the onagers and 1,300, 1,400 men. You're going to go and siege down Gulders. Well, you are going to go up here and chase those guys down. Actually, no, you're not. You're going to stand here because these guys are coming in. Who are you? The raiders of Zutphen. I'm not going to let you raid my realm. Who do you think you are? Vikings? Clearly not. Oops. Back off. We're going to get here in time. Yes, actually we are. Oh, we didn't need to. These guys didn't go to the battle. Interesting plan. Oh, they were trying to delay us. They succeeded? They may have. Don't destroy. Yes, we got there. Just in time. Oh, man. Beautiful. Oh, because he didn't have a commander. Do we have a siege engineer yet? No, still not. You go and lift that siege over there. Off we go. Battle after battle after battle after battle. Kill them all. Yeah, like that. Oh, you jumped in just too late. There's going to be another stack wipe. Bish, bash, bosh. And another one. Seeing as there's one dude against 2,976. And you can go over to Clevs to go and grab that one. There's another one. All these battles. So we're at plus 52. 44 of which are from the battles. And they are down to 1,000 men. The Mordred horde is really clumping these guys. Yeah, it's kind of what we do. In fact, I haven't been looking at how my specialists have been doing. So footmen, again, bloody useless. Mostly, I think, just because of how many footmen they bring in. Levies mostly counted. Horsemen, though. The horsemen more than pay for themselves. Lightfoot didn't really do a lot. Archers did surprisingly poorly. That was an easy one. Bringing in some special archer units. Horsemen again did okay. Levies did okay. The archers did better in that one. Archers, horsemen, champions. We did lose one though. Oh man, Grimmer, my 31 prowess died. Bugger. In this one we did lose more levies. Oh, this is my siege army though. And then this one was a massacre. And it was again the light horse and the champions who carried it. And then Apeldoorn, light horse, champions. I think I need to get more light horse. Because all of the battles we're fighting out here are in the plains, and light horse just dominate in the plains. Likewise with heavy cavalry. So yeah, I think we probably are going to start getting heavy cav. Maybe we'll get rid of the light footmen and start getting heavy cavalry instead. You know what? Let's do that. Expand. Create men-at-arms regiment. We're going to get armoured horsemen. 1, 2 of them. 2 of them. Oops. You. Create a level 2. So we have 100 heavy horsemen now. In fact, if we're in friendly territory, then you replenish faster, so go ahead and do that. Not my Mordred. Yeah, we're going for cavalry. Prisoners taken. And let's go and take Dockham. 64%. They supposedly still have 1,000 men somewhere. Empty council positions. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got rid of her at last. Unfortunately, we don't have very many good councillors. Why are you so pissed? Nothing you can't get over. Ragnar, you're a pretty good talker, so let's put you here. Then that just leaves a marshal, and there's not very many good candidates for this. I mean, Eskild, I guess. Is there anyone in my court that we could hire that would be better? Not really. What about prisoners? Nobody that's going to be alive at the end of this. So we may as well just choose somebody. Best we got is you. Okay. Call to arms. No. Bit busy with giant civil war. Not that it's really giant anymore. Culture has discovered horseshoes. Excellent. That's going to be some extra movement speed. Marvellous. So we now get the +10 move. And the new fascination is on burst. Excellent. Which will allow me to get the March feudal contract. Which would still probably be useful on some of the Russians. And certainly if we do decide to flip Iberia to a vassal, we could set that up as a march as well. Oh, they raised some troops. Let's go and stop them. We're now at 89%. You still don't have a commander. That's good. This should be another stack wipe. My glory is widely known. We are already exalted among men. Moving on to living legend at the age of 49. That's got to be the youngest yet. Alright, you can return to Groningen while they go and siege that down. We're at 90%. We don't need to take a huge amount more. And then this war is over. And I do feel like I can upgrade my heavy horse one more time. Good speed. Good size 3. Yeah. 100%. Alright, so we got a bunch more people in jail now. And we can go ahead and disband you. Alright, let's do the next round of cleansing. Purging. Prisoners. We have 24 of them now. So, basically, anyone who has risen arms against us, and I know that, for example, you... Well, we'll do the counts last. Any Jarl that rose up against us is just being revoked. It's that's just happening. Wait, why are you still in jail? I thought I released you. Now I can. Alright, so we just gained a bunch more territories. We can give out a bunch more territory. Oh no, still need my executioner's cap on. Because I need to work out who on earth that was and then kill them. Should have done that from the same screen, really. Oh well. So, Countess Gotland. Part of the problem is I don't necessarily have the people in my court to replace all of you. You are not too ticked off with me. You are, however, Old Usteru, so we're going to demand your conversion. And then you're free to go. Ilyana, same thing. Count Sukkum. Same thing. Agrafena. Oh, you're still here, are you? You thought I missed you, did you? I didn't. What are you now? You still hold Luki. Oops. Oh, now you're just Agrafena. That's unfortunate for you. This relieves stress, gains me prestige, gains me dread, and she's a heretic. Bye-bye. Oh, Moki's in jail. Moki. Oh, it was a different Moki. Never mind. We recruited him anyway. So, next thing I want to sort this by is opinion, I would say. So, Wonko. You are the correct religion. You are a pretty decent fighter. Want some land? I think I know that Dockham, for example, needs some land. Oh, need to... Actually, no. Let's work on these guys and these guys first of all. So basically, if you're in here and you don't have a county claim, I am probably hiring you, unless you're evil, in which case I probably won't. Honourable Craven. Ah, oh, beautiful. 175. That's pricey. Alfred af Aarhus is remarkably positive towards us. In fact, yeah, you are actually worth 175, because I can make you into a Jarl. So which Jarldoms do I still control? None. I think I actually had to destroy them. So you're gonna have to do that for yourself. So I think I might put you into Frisia. I'll work out where I actually need to put people. You guys are all fine. Dockham, Cleve, Geldern. Yeah, we'll put you up in Dockham. Oops. Dockham. And then Geldern can go to Alfred. And because I know you're going to be loyal, you get the earldom of Helra. Ah, Yaldum of Frisia is still here. So we need to put somebody else in Frisia. Running out of people, though. So now I think I'm going to need to go recruiting from here. So, Wonko Rami. I'm going to need you to join me. And then you, because I don't fully trust you, we're going to give you Ostfriesland, and then this guy, we're going to give the Earldom of Frisia. Just doing a little bit of reorganization. Can't you give them land instead of gold to hire him? No, because you need to... Oh, you can. Okay. So I could actually use all of these people as well, if they're the right religion, so not her. So, Christina would be a good one to use. However, I think I'm going to use Moki. So we're going to grant you Cleves. And Cleves is supposed to be under Julich, which is you. No, that's Lower Lorraine. Did we destroy Julich? I guess we did. Yeah, so we're going to need to spend a bunch of money rebuilding a bunch of these titles. Okay. I still have a bunch of land that I haven't given away. It's none of those. None of those. None of those. Luki needs a new ruler of the Earldom of Luki. That's what Christina can be for. And then Ziki can go to you. And oh yeah, this is so much better. I have one more territory. Where is it? Valdai. Oh, it's there. Which can go to... you. And then we'll need to create a couple of ducal titles. Were the titles destroyed by the revocation, or did you manually destroy them? I did not manually destroy them. I like having Jarls. I like having powerful vassals whom I can boss around like we've been doing here. It makes the realm way easier to manage. So I have incredibly high dread, so none of them should join any factions anymore. We still have a bunch of prisoners that we can deal with. Let's see if there are any who are going to be ransomed. Would that be actually ransoming them? No. Because I don't trust that half of them are actually going to give me anything. Orko we can do. Isafella we can do. Weren't you a former Duchess? Alfilda? No, you weren't. Okay. You're mostly pissed because I'm just a tyrant. Yeah, you're subservient to one of my others now. Fair enough. Orangard, you definitely were, yeah, one of them. Ingeld was definitely one of them. Grima was one of my people. Ereprando was one of them. Bothilda will pay. Count Torsten will pay. Mea Margarita will pay. Alvidas was he all? Giraud, I'm pretty sure was he all. Oh no, he wasn't. Everard. Yolande. She's barren. How would you know that at 6? There we go. Executioner's hat can come off. Because we have done what we needed to do. And I'm hoping that we have a much more stable realm now as a result. We still have a lot of vassals who dislike us. But so long as they don't act against us, then that's a different matter. And this is also making me a lot of money, so there's that. Ooh, I have another, whoops, lifestyle perk. So, what are we doing? I think organised march, because clearly we need the extra movement speed. And then probably hit and run after this. Really curious why it says this is you, but you don't always feel like yourself, because we're melancholic. The house has been cleaned. It really has been. I think Linda is one of the very few people that's actually survived. But she's a survivor. Faction created against me, eh? Has it? Count Sokron. Eh? From up here. We'll see if anybody else chooses to join it. Lessons from the past. Though I surely see many battlefields before I meet my maker, my library holds tales of war from 100 different lifetimes. I have recently acquired a tome of the great battles of the Catalonian plains, as well as a time-worn scroll written in some ancient language. Who knows what forgotten secrets it holds. So my learning is not great. Yeah, we have only a 40% chance of succeeding on that. Or we gain stress. Although, we have a very easy stress reliever. So let's attempt to understand the scroll. Night falls and the single candle illuminating the script before me becomes shorter by the hour. When it flickers one last time and leaves me in darkness, the scroll's secrets remain unsolved. So I think I'm going to take the stress. This will take me 70 days. And I can gain martial learning and commander bonus for 20 years. Push forwards. So may Aletta, Aletta, I think you need a bit of a bonus there. Because you're going to be keeping me alive. And we swayed you, so I think we're going to sway her now. Just to make sure. Countess Vigdis is powerful, and you're also very, very diplomatic. That's going to help you soothe some battered opinions. Grima is a lot better at fighting than you are. It's also cheaper. Or we could bring in Countess Glod. Let's bring in Countess Glod, because I have a feeling I'm going to be using her as a Duchess. Lessons from the past. Even with the help of the dusty glossary, the scroll is reluctant to share its secrets. But I press on. As the night progresses, the most incredible story unfolds before me. In the Battle of the Red Cliffs, the warlord Cao Cao chained his ships from stern to combat seasickness. A commander of the opposing Sun Liu forces, Huang Gai, saw his chance and sent a feigned letter of surrender. Then he prepared a squadron of ships, filling them with kindling and oils, and let the wind carry them towards Cao Cao. As the crewless ships approached the enemy fleet, they were set ablaze, resulting in the fiery deaths of countless men. 3 Kingdoms DLC incoming. I mean, people have pointed out the fact that when you zoom out the map, you can see it's fully square. Torn. Torn along the border with China. So yeah, I wouldn't be that surprised if we see a China DLC in the future. It's quite a way this lesson has travelled. Yeah, I'm more impressed that she somehow managed to study what's probably in Chinese. So we gain study the Battle of the Red Cliffs, which gives us martial, learning, maximum battle roll +6, and then cross-water without advantage penalties, or focus on the translation process, which just gives us learning. No, we're studying the battle. So, is there anything else we can do with these prisoners? Everard? I'll just leave. You any good at fighting? It's about the one thing you're any good at. And Yolande, same. Oh, I can't recruit you. Probably not yet. Oh, that probably got me stress. No, sorry, it's stress just for releasing. Alfilda. Giraud. Not a very good fighter. You have some skills. Oh, and you're old Usatru as well. Not a very good fighter, though. We'll leave you there just in case we need a bit of chopping experience. Okay, we need to earn money to start building the earldoms again. Unfortunately. France being whole doesn't actually bother me that much because they are Ersteru, so they're much less likely to attack us. It's when they were Catholic that they were so dangerous. And yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my husband Lille and Ypres. Oh, Lille's actually bigger. Let's give him Guinness and Ypres. So Ypres could actually do with being built up a bit more. There are quite a few places here that could do with being built up. So we're going to go to this, and then to you. Grant titles. Lille and Ypres. You will found a new dynasty. We are matrilineally married, though. So, your territory should just go to me. Oh, no, we didn't say Lille, we said Guinness. There we go, because I wanted to drop my... oh, shoot, no. I just made a terrible mistake, because we're currently researching bailiffs. Although that's not going to be around for another 11 years. I can always pinch it back again from him if I need to. Okay. Yeah, those are the territories I want to keep hold of. Marvellous! Meanwhile, Linda maintains her control over Novgorod. Now, who's going to inherit what? Westphalia is going to go to Gudröder. And Holmgard is going to go to Katarina. Both of them don't hate me, so this is fine. How do you research and make research not take 300 years? Research you can only do if you're the head of your culture. So because I'm the head of the Norse culture, I get to choose what the research is, and you can just choose what your fascination is. The higher you're learning, the faster it goes. So right now we're fascinated with bailiff, so we're adding an extra 34% to its progress. So it's done in 11 years instead of, for example, the more similar manorialism, which is done in 105 years. And generally, as you get one done, the others go a bit quicker and a bit quicker and a bit quicker. The other thing that affects it is your average development, so the average development of that culture. So because Norse is... No, I was going to say mostly focused in the Low Countries, but that's not actually true. We actually have some there, we have some here, some there. So it's spreading out a little bit. But it's usually pretty high development areas. New to this game, and I hope you can help me out. I have a war together with my ally. Can I attach my army to his so I don't have to babysit it? Unfortunately not, no. Hopefully that's something they add soon, though. Oldenstein, Nzik, Astropaka, Plush Fox, Star Wars fan 12323, Payne 336, and Mako 11233. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. England has returned. England never went away. England's always been there. Hey, what are my councillors doing? That's a good question. You are converting... somewhere. Sevilla. You are raising relations with everybody, and you're actually doing it with 13.5, which is a big buff. You're doing development in Holland. You're organising levies, and you're making sure I don't get murdered. And you're improving my domain. Okay. We're actually making a ton of money considering we just hired a bunch of heavy cavalry. And I believe that each Yaldom costs 250, so we can almost afford one. Right. Soon. Right, very soon. At Commander! Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. There it is. So, what do we want to do first? Probably Julik, just because there's a lot of very wealthy territories down here. You are quick. You're somewhat loyal. You're not very loyal. I mean, this is the nice thing about creating duchies on top of all of these guys, is these are then going to be somebody else's problem, and not mine. Definitely not you. Oh no, you're in Brabant. Oh, that's all Luxembourg. Huh. Well, I gotta say, you would be a much better Duchess. You don't much like us, but giving you a duchy would make you like us. So, that is what we're going to work on. Although you're only of 2 provinces. Cleves is part of Julik, which is 3, though you're already given away, so that would technically be consolidating just 2. You are already independent, and you are independent of Utrecht. Utrecht already exists under Rikisa. And that resolves a lot of the stress between us. Luki. It's going to be these 3, isn't it? One of you, I seem to remember being really good. And it was... well, actually, either of you. You're 62. When you die... oh, you do have an heir. So do you. think you would be a better one. Okay, and then we also need to get Karelia. Though I have a feeling that's going to be usurping. Notice as the game progresses and starts to get close to the end date, the bigger and the more stable kingdoms start to form and not fall apart. Yeah, it's because the succession laws change. So we're already slightly more stable now because we are just regular petition instead of confederate petition, which means more of the titles tends to be concentrated in just one person's hands. And then eventually you get the rarefied primogeniture where everything is concentrated in just one person's hands. And at this point, that's when realms will be very stable. How many achievements do I have at the moment? Hang on, let me count. None. I don't really do achievements. Don't like Iron Man. Sprouting interest. A merchant has sent me a sample of seeds. Plants, she claims, are good for both health and mind. I must admit I have little experience in nurturing plants, but how hard could it be? Use these in a private garden. Must be worth something. Why am I getting learning challenges? I've got a martial lifestyle. 15% chance of gaining herbalist. Or 54% chance of gaining Seeker of Knowledge. Yeah, probably worth something. Don't really get what the difference between Confederate and regular petition is. I mean, technically, Confederate petition will create new titles, whereas regular won't, but it just feels like with regular, more of the titles get given to one person rather than just being spread out completely. At least that's been my experience. I don't know, I don't have any supporting evidence for that. Mayor Aletta has died. I can no longer sway her. Whoa. Oh, that's annoying. She was my spy master. Arnbjorn is completely loyal. So Arnbjorn is going to be my spy master. You're going to be my chancellor. Although you hate my guts. And the marshal I think is going to be Grima. You're just a countess. Don't really care about you as much. Do we have anyone stupid enough to be in a faction? Yeah, we do. Count and a count. But the count should be easily countered by building the allls. And I think that we do need Karelia next. Oh man, Karelia is massive. That's 7 counties. That's a lot of power to be concentrating in one person's hands. So who do we like the most? Because this is going to be an important choice. I mean, Kexholm has the most concentrated power here so far. Styrbjorn would make a quite amazing spy master. I don't know why you're not appearing in my list. Oh yes you are, you're there. And if you were in charge of Karelia... You are, however, 65. Yeah, I'm not expecting you to be around for that much longer. And your heir doesn't hate me. Though he's only one. Chudmund's a bit younger. Also doesn't hate us. And you're in charge of Kexholm already, so you would be a pretty powerful one. Which would be good, because your Spy Master is also going to be amazing. I think it's really got to be you. Okay. So that's Russia sorted. Man, I'm 50 already. Spent most of my life just putting down these rebellions. Does loyalty affect the effectiveness of their jobs? And it just makes them less likely to try to kill me. And that's a pretty important consideration, considering Frogger Pirate is pretty widely despised. The only thing keeping her alive right now is the fact that she is incredibly terrifying. You know who else but spent most of their lives putting down rebellions? Emperor Palpatine. I must admit, I wasn't expecting to have this many problems. We still need to create, I think, 2 more. Jülich and Luxembourg. I mean, part of the nice thing of this process is we are completely splitting up the power which was concentrated in the Arls. We're breaking that up. We have a crusade? The Pope has called for a crusade against Latium. Ah, I can't join. Wait. Why are you telling me about this? This is Waldesian versus Catholic. Bookworm! Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? What were you playing? Invalidated. The Brabanton claim in the county of Ypres has ended. Queen Frogger Pirate no longer controls any of the claimed counties. That's not a war I was fighting. This seems like a whole lot of somebody else's problem. War against the tyranny of Jarl Ragnar. Yeah, that does seem like a whole lot of not my problem. Although, why were you fighting Ypres? It's my husband. I just realised. Yeah, I know Aachen has special stuff. I know it has the Palace of Aachen. It was, after all, the head of the HRE. Ooh, Cleves is almost entirely... It is entirely farmland. Except for one plains. Damn, you could get some serious development going on there. Huh. That's all plains. I mean, my capital is the Netherlands. And Zeeland, which is one of its counties, has also a special building, the Grand Temple. Because we are... Usatru. Norse Faith. 2 more months, and then we can get another Jarldom going. Concentrate some more of the counties away from us. Powerful vassal demands position. Who's this? Oh, Countess. And you're of Liège. See, you do stand... You have quite a bit of potential. Oh, heck of a lot more than... Well, Bercy is a 9-year-old. Bercy is, however, quick. But you're Midas touched and you're brave. Yeah, you have a lot of potential. The unstoppable Alexander. While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was amazed to learn about the exploits of Alexander the Great during his conquest of Mesopotamia. During the siege of Tyre, Alexander assaulted an island fortress by demolishing a nearby town and then using the rubble to build a causeway stretching from the mainland to the city's walls. This allowed his siege engines to attack the enemy fortress directly, though it was his navy which ultimately created a breach. No amount of water will ever stop my armies. The causeway was a great feat of ingenuity. Turning my foes' resources against them? Brilliant. Why waste time studying tactics which don't work? So Forder could be nice. Military engineer is great, but not necessarily for her. Actually, military engineer is always useful, and Reaver is pointless at this point. So I'm usually pretty good about not doing water crossings. So I think I'm going to take the siege engineer, because that is very nice to have. Because she does sometimes end up actually sieging stuff down. Okay. 1 more month, and then we have the money. County of Berg is actually where you live right now. It still has a castle. Nice. Martial lifestyle. So now we can get engineered for destruction, or hit and run. Or Parthian tactics, which makes my light and heavy cavalry better. I think Parthian tactics might be useful, because clearly I am a master of cavalry warfare. Okay, we can now create Luxembourg. No, we can't. Yeah, we would require 1 more county from there. Interesting. Well, in that case, it's got to be Julich, which we will now create. And who's going to get it? Cleves is a pretty good fighter, but that's about it. You are all round fairly... Meh. So you are only 15, you're only 9. All of these rulers are super young, except for Moki. You're also the wrong religion. Terrified of you. Plus 20. Yeah, you are. Okay, you're now a little bit more positive towards me, though your stewarding sucks. So does yours. So does yours. You're all terrible. You're the one with potentially the most potential. Am I really going to give this to a 9-year-old child? I think I am. And Aachen is also the ducal centre. So we're going to give you the earldom of Julich. Yeah, okay. I did give those as well. Marvellous. And you now really like me. And that tyrant penalty will disappear eventually, probably. Minus 14 ducats. Why? Oh, right. That's how much I have right now, so minus 140. It's not how much I'm losing. I'm a master of cavalry warfare. I just felt a disturbance in the force as if millions of dead cavalrymen screamed "No!" at the same time. Oh, Linda finally died. That's very unfortunate. Thankfully, I do have a very powerful vassal who's a good steward, just waiting in the wings. Actually, I have 2 of them, technically. You're a Jarl. You have significantly more power. revolted against me. You are still considered a criminal. And nobody would support you. So you better remember that, criminal. How are the factions doing? Just fine. Perfect. Yeah, I already checked the building in Aachen. Did you miss the developments in Western Russia? I mean, it's growing. It's stable. They are slowly but surely converting over to Ustaru. And also converting Norse, which is nice. I think we can probably go to speed 4 now. And we even have a little bit of Iberia down here. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit, but it is a bit. And there we go, positive money again. Marvellous. Wow, I do not have a lot of piety. I'm still considered faithful, but only just. Ah, Chibi Maudling needs a guardian. Alright then, Chibi, what are you good at? You are bossy, so martial or stewardship. You are definitely a martial. I think I could probably teach you myself. Don't try and kill me, or else. So, if we did go after West Francia, just in theory, it would be for Namur. Which theoretically would be enough to create Luxembourg. Because Namur is in the Duchy of Luxembourg, de jure. My vassals are really going at it at the moment, crikey. Constant warfare. Which is fine, because as long as they're fighting each other, they're not fighting me. So, keep yourselves amused, please. Please do. Ah, Beatrix. 22 Marshal. Even better. Katerina. Really? Of all of the people you could have replaced, thankfully you didn't replace the Spy Master, because that could be really sodding dangerous. Ah. Oh, I would succeed in imprisoning you. Terrified of you, plus 50. Damn right you are. I'm not going to relieve you of your position, but I am going to relieve you of your position on the council, because I really need a good chancellor. Outliving a child. I thought I was too old to be surprised by the cruelties of this world. You, surprised by the cruelties of this world? I doubt that. Yet I never foresaw having to experience the death of my own daughter. This is Girid, who was the second daughter. Okay, so you are the Jarl of Holmgard. So I could force you to change your feudal contract. Demand council position interaction be used at will. Ah, and your mother. No, Linda had it. Didn't have it. Somebody else had it. Shoot. What I can do is I can release you for the hook. Done. Alright, so you don't get to do that anymore. And now I'm going to have to check all of these feudal contracts because you'll owe me. Your council right was the other one. You, I am willing to lower my taxes to get rid of the council right. Because I'm not letting you do that. That's one ability you're not having. And then in the future, if I ever get any of those people in jail and I don't straight up murder them, I need to be checking for hooks to change their... You're still in charge? You've done more damage for this faith than anyone. And I include myself in that assessment. God damn it. Should have murdered his ass. Will no one rid me of this turbulent priest? Exactly. Problem is, if I go to war with West Francia over Luxembourg, then I'm going to suffer casualties and my Jarls will rise up against me again. So there's just not much I can do right now. A curse undone. Grimmer is dead. Lose a bunch of stress. Marvellous. Actually, one thing I could do is have a feast. I think this would be a good opportunity to mend a couple of bridges. A cheery gathering. Welcome, friends. As I stumble outside to relieve myself, I hear shouting around the corner. I turn to see Duchess Matilda sneer as she sneaks her blade into the face of the cowering Marshal Stirker. Whatever sound I must have made must have been enough, and Matilda turns towards me, surprise on her face. What have you done? For everyone will know your crime. So Starker just died. She literally just murdered him. This gives me something to blackmail you with. What have you done? You've been a naughty girl. cook. I think I would like to modify your contract slightly. Yes, I think that sounds fair. Maybe I don't want to do this for this. Maybe I want to do it for the gold. No, because if they have money, they build up their realms. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one, thanks to the due to the presence of Duke Arnbjorn. We spoke throughout the evening on a manner of subjects, and as things would have been, we seem to have a lot in common. I had a good time with him. Good. As my guests depart, with everyone heading for their respective homes, I am proud to say the feast was a success. Nevertheless, I'm still grateful the endeavour is over for now. I've become an eager reveller, and everybody gained 20 opinion. An eager reveller also gives me more diplomacy, which I desperately need. Because there are still a couple of vassals who are of questionable loyalty, shall we say. Oh, Frank's wounded. Wait, did you kill one of my councillors? No. Arnbjorn, did you use your ability? Yeah, you totally did. Let's swap you two around and let's fire your ass for somebody who can actually protect my back. Dishonorable villain. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Empty council position. We need a new marshal. Grima is a very good marshal. So what I could do is put Gudrhoda as the marshal and then bring her in for the high stewardship. Quite like that idea, actually. We're going to bring in Gudrhoda. Where is he? There he is. Your marshal is not very good, but her stewarding is excellent. And unfortunately, Arnbjorn is not actually a powerful vassal, so even though he's super loyal, he's super loyal, so he's much less likely to try something. Let's bring you in. So now it's just you of Lower Lorraine. Lower Lorraine is pretty powerful. That's okay. I have a lifestyle perk. Engineered for destruction. Siege weapon effectiveness plus 40%. Yes, I would like that. Thank you. It was one of those murder mystery parties and they forgot to set up a fake murder. Okay, so we now have a significant amount of money, which we could either use for mercenaries in case of emergency, or to plot some expansion opportunities. Good lord, England can raise 12,000 soldiers now. I don't like how strong and stable England is becoming. It's kind of scary. Despite how big Karelia is, they have almost no soldiers. Huh. Right, one thing we haven't really looked at is my succession for a while. Is it stable? Is it going to go the way that I hope it does? I have my doubts. So right now it's going to Frank. Oh, right. Yeah. People are terrified of me, so they're not going to be voting against me on any of this stuff. That's going to Frank. And that's going to Frank. So Dread does have its uses. Did England not get 1066 in this timeline? Oh, England got horribly 1066. Just not by the Normans. But they did fight back. They consolidated themselves. And the Vikings really tore it apart, and they were pretty weak for quite a long time. Sevilla's finally converted. Excellent. So we now have a little outpost of Ustaru here. In fact, the French are also trying to do the same. I wonder, do I want to go after the Marmonids again? Try and take Cordoba from them. I mean, now that we actually have a toehold, we could actually do a holy war. Although, I never really intended to grow very big here. So, really my enemy should be England, because Sevilla is what I would be after. Although that's only these two. You in Seville? Yes, 3. We could take Cadiz, in which case it wouldn't need to be a ducal holy war, it could be a county holy war. Your duchy is that. They do currently outnumber us, but we are led by Frogger Pirate. What's the state of my champions? We have some pretty good ones. Locked in her room, Chibiordle came out complaining about Bothilda bullying her. She's been staying in bed for days to avoid facing the bully, so she becomes lazy. Make sure you stay hidden wherever you go. She becomes craven. Her bully deserves whatever punishment you can imagine. Arbitrary. What am I again? Temperate, arrogant, callous. You don't need to face the world if you don't need to. You're my daughter. Ooh, East Francia has actually managed to regain some semblance of its former strength. And Francia, are you having some problems? Because West Francia and Toulouse right now are fighting. And West Francia has no allies. They are a bit busy. together, we can wait. Okay, our armies emerged. Let's go on the march. But, just in case you thought I'd forgotten, because I hadn't, we need our safety helmet. Oh. There we go. Alright, I'm feeling a lot safer now. Let's do this! Onwards! Actually, just out of interest, what's your daughter's diplomacy like? Oh, 13, yeah, it's so much higher. And you're also just. Yeah, Frank has the potential to be a great queen. To war! To war, my lords! To war! And in fact, do I want my full force here? Just hold there for a second. Do we have any other siege engineers? Or is it just me? No, we do. Kettlemund. Excellent. So I am going to do the thing that I usually do, where we split out the onagers. We give you a couple of the levy units. That'll do, actually. And have you go and attack that. And then you can basically go over here. And stand in Haina. Okay, good. Their armies are on the move. But they're not near us yet. Both sides can raise 6,000 men. But it's a fight for just one county, so we shouldn't need that much war score for this. Let them taste the wrath of our dreaded queen. Indeed. This is what we do! What fascination are we doing again? Bailiffs. When do we get it? 5 years. How old will we be? 60. Okay. I mean, we are melancholic, which definitely has a bearing on our health. Though right now we're fine. And temperance actually gives us a bonus to health. Alright, let's move up. We took some prisoners. War declared! Holy war for the county of Boulogne. Where's pause? There's pause. Leinster and East Anglia. Really? East Anglia. Rally the troops. We're now defending in a holy war. So what we should probably do is have you lot nearer the coast, because if they try to land, we want to be there to just crush them. And we will need to keep an eye on this in case their armies start to appear, and then we can back off. We do have horseshoes. We should be quick. And this is an army being led by a Frogger Pirate. So our army should be very quick. And in fact, we have the strategist movement buff now, don't we? I do believe we do. Here they come. 6,000 going to Bologna. Off we go. Let's go and meet them on the shores. They outnumbered me by 1,000. They're immediately trying to run away. Yeah, that's not going to work, I'm afraid. Okay, so we caught 1,800 of them. We have got our armoured horsemen storming in. We've got the bowmen who are doing some less damage because of the horsemen. We've got a bonus of 63. Ouch, they are in debt. They've recently disembarked. We have a faith hostility advantage. Defensive buildings are present. Defensive bonuses, and then also our martial skill. This is going to be an absolute wreck face. Yeah, they're dead. They are completely dead. Now, unfortunately, they're not going to have the recently disembarked penalties anymore. But they are going to be contending with us at our full strength. Let's move you over there just in case as well. Caught you. So we have a plus 20. They have high quality. We have elite quality. They do have horsemen. We still have the armoured horsemen. Let's see how the armoured horsemen did. 73 kills for 1 loss. They are like champions. They didn't even get a chance to Dunkirk. Nope. Did I remember to put the siege army in charge of the second army? Yes? You know what? You just... Yeah, you come over here and then start sieging down Amiens. Just so that we can be a little bit closer and just double check. Scotland's coming in? No. Devon, no. De Hubath. Although they're going to come in with a -30, which is just fine by me. Just means easier slaughter, as you can see. There is a lot of slaughtering going on here. Infiltrators! Come to my attention that some local commoners are moving to Rotterdam, the capital of my spymaster. Take this gold and bribe him. Alright, another glorious victory. We lost 700 men, they lost 1,290. Armoured horsemen killed 233. They were a good investment. Bowmen killed 93, lost 75. And the champions killed 313. Their champions, they have 20 champions here. They killed 210. Yeah, chase, because I don't know where they're going to run to. Maybe over here? Oh, here comes the French army. Yeah, we'll stay right here. And then we'll go and fight them, because they're going to go and take Namur, most likely. Nobody attacking Amsterdam, as I kind of expected they might. They are bringing in a lot of reinforcements, so let's back you off. I'll leave you in Cambrai. Hey, not. Okay, they shouldn't know where we are. Oh, no, you. Come up here. $6,000 against 6,000. They are bringing in more troops. They're going to be sailing. Another martial lifestyle. This time we're going to go for envelopment. Men-at-arms counter efficiency up. Group, and we're going to attack this. They do have another 3,000 men here who could try to come and reinforce if they decide to leave this siege, so they may not. Okay, so we have a 21 advantage. Their general is actually garbage. We have our heavy cavalry, it's a flat land, so our cavalry are just going to reign absolutely freaking supreme. And their archers are completely countered. My heavy infantry, of course, is completely countered. Let's bring some pain. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, we will. Kettleman was wounded though, that's my siege general. Victory! Right, they're pulling back, And we did see that their army... Are they trying to sail? No, they're trying to take Bologna. Let's see if we can stop them. I'm not convinced we will necessarily get there in time. We just need to stop the French armies whenever they come over to Namur. They'll probably start running away as soon as they see my army. Would be my guess. A secret exposed! Although there is no way to conclusively prove it, Countess Marie of Montagny has brought forward evidence that Gerda is not a daughter of my son, Count Arnfast, but that she was fathered by Duke Gosselin of Bar. Gerda is without blame, yet her consequences could be dire. Gosselin and Marie, on the other hand... Lost for words. Shocking. Shocking! We're actually going to make it in time. Let's lift this siege here. They're running. I thought they might. We are once again having our huge advantage. Oh yeah, how did we do against the French? This was a closer run fight. So they lost 1,900. We lost 1,000. My armoured horsemen, 300 kills for 7 losses. The cream of the Frisian cavalry. Stack wiped. Ouch. You get away in 4 days. Do we get there in 4 days? Yes. Yes, we do. This might well be a second stack wipe. At which point England is basically gone. Jarl Holstein has... Oh, Jarl Bercy gained opinion. Good. Yep, this is going to be a second stack wipe. Dead. Wiped. crushed. Meanwhile, here come the French again. So we're going to march over here. So, England, are you sure you want to continue this war? Because... what would you need to pay me? You would need to pay me 200 ducats so we could just wipe peace out. And you would get me a lot of stuff. And now I can focus just on the French. Yeah, I'd allow this. I can't really be bothered to sail over there. Greetings, Queen Frogger, Pirate of Frisia. May your humours rot in your living body. And nice to see you too. Half their army split away. That's probably not wise. Let's make sure they can't retreat. Okay, do I want to attack here? They are a couple of days away. It is plain, so my cavalry will be as effective as possible. Ooh, we have another dynasty legacy. We have got 2,000 renown. So we could get ordained rulership, which would be more piety. I think that's really useful. Squire traditions. I think that's probably going to be... well, let's see. What have we been doing this time? Possibly Guile? Well, we need to think it's not just this ruler. I mean, dread gain with this ruler, yeah. But we haven't really been doing any Guile with any of the other characters. Warfare, meanwhile, we've been focusing pretty heavily. No, I think we're going to go Warfare again. Okay, battle is joined. We have 6,000, they have 4,000. They do, however, have another 3,000 on the way, so we need to do some early damage. They do have a good commander. Their archers are completely countered. They have 300 of them. My 100 heavy infantry are completely countered as well. They are probably going to be outnumbered by the time these guys arrive. In fact, they may even have lost by the time they arrive. They didn't reinforce! Oh, colossal mistake. Let's go and intercept these guys as they try to run away. Defensive, in the hills. Boom. Okay, I will take that advantage, which is a +5. Plus we have defensive buildings, which is giving us +8. And their general is not as good as unfortunately the queen. Queen against queen, which is the mightier? Wasn't really a question. Boom. Smashed. Probably glory. You've demanded respect and loyalty by force. Actually, you're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong. We've actually gone for a fairly glorious, renowned name. Yeah, okay, glory. So let's get this one, and then we'll save up for a renowned name. I think that does make a lot of sense. We have been building up the prestige of our family pretty heavily. It's kind of been our focus. So, do we have a +50% from combat? No, not yet. However, we could definitely start capturing territory. So, let's split out the onagers again. 1,000 men. New commander. Kettlemund if he's not dead. And then have you go after Vermandois. And we'll just stand. We'll just stand here. No, we'll stand here because we're reinforced. Yes. So, let's see. That was on the 1st of August. That was on the 13th of November. So this was the battle against England, where the horsemen did a bit of damage. This was actually mostly levies. Then the next one, which was against France, this was the massive fight. They lost 2,000. We only lost 300. Horsemen, 850 kills. Only 12 losses. Armoured horse, 291. Only 2 losses. Champions, 271. Chateaurois, this was the second big one. 4,000 against 6,000. They lost 1,600. We lost 400, so we lost a few more this time. Because their champions were here. We did lose 1 champion. That was Mayor Recus Wintho of Almonte. Armoured horsemen, 261 kills. And then Calais. This was the annihilation of the Welsh forces. Champions did it, levies did it, and then the cavalry did it. Yeah, our cavalry has been devastating. Is this the same queen you saw as yesterday? No. This is her daughter. This is Queen Frogger Pirate. The queen you saw yesterday was Queen Frank. Queen Frank. Chibi Yordle came to me complaining about Bothilda's bullying. She's been hiding in the castle to avoid her. Good. Do not seek out trouble when it is unnecessary. Or, bully deserves whatever punishment you can imagine. I mean, I don't want you to be craven. Of all the things that Frogger Pirate may be, a craven is not one of them. Dish out whatever penalty you can imagine. Are you coming for me? No. Cadet Branch. Duke Etienne has created the cadet branch of the Mordling Sonly, also known as the Mordling Senlis. I'm going to get there before they do. No. Oh yes, out in the open. Oh, we got them in the forest. Damn. And they do outnumber us, but we've got the better soldiers. No, we're winning. We got the upper hand. Again, probably because of the horse. Yeah, that was a battle which could have gone really, really badly. And thankfully didn't. We lost 800. That's the worst losses we've taken for a while, but we did inflict 2,000. Light horse killed 400, heavy horse killed 300, and lost only 10 men. That was so tough. The champions killed 500. This was actually due to the champions. Anyway, we've won. In force. Tales of your misdeeds are told from Ireland to Cathay. You're a much greater foe than I'd imagined. Yeah, I know. Tell me something I don't know. Let's expand all of our forces. And then we're going to go to the county of No, it was Liège, wasn't it? Yeah, it's Liège. We're going to go to you. We're going to go to that. We're going to go to that. We're going to go create title. And then we're going to go and give that to you. Create title. Earldom of Luxembourg. Done. Okay, good. And we can take off the helmet again. We were completely safe during its use. It's all good. Are we an evil tyrant tonight too? What do you mean, two? This is the first time we've been an evil tyrant. And I've got to say, it's a lot harder than not being an evil tyrant. I'd much rather play as a diplomatic character. Suits my style more. Kev G, Das Schuttenheimer, Gorgon FPS, Rundell, Atinlay CPA, and Frosty Thorn. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to see you joining us today. Very much so. Queen Frogger Pirate is an iron-fisted dreadlord. Yeah, she really is. I mean, she's got a dread now of 79. No, we may actually need to reassert her authority. I mean, we do have a cadre of people that we can use to this end. Who's the guy that's been in prison forever that we were going to use just for that? Not doing this by opinion. Time in jail. Here we go. Oh, he may have died already. Yeah, I think he probably has. Alright, so first question. Who here wants to make me some money? Like the good Reeve here. You will not accept this ransom. Greed, minus 50. So despite the fact that they're dear to the Duchess is like, no. So why is he dear to you? He's not very good. Well, if he's not dear to you, then I should probably kill him. Right? Right? He's also a false faith, so it doesn't cost me any tyranny to do this. Done. And our dread is once again re-established. Marvellous. Mayor Berger, would you like to go free? You would. Adele, would you like to go free? Ooh, you wouldn't. Ursa? You would. You are... Who are you? Who cares? Pay me money. Doing a Viking playthrough, I managed to father 18 children. Oh, have fun with that succession. Blimey. Haybert does not want to be released. Now, are any of you good at... You're not very good at fighting, are you? I think that Haybert may be another opportunity to re-establish... Well, you're severely injured and maimed. You've quite literally been through the wars, haven't you there, buddy? Sighair. Also not. Edwig. I'm just seeing if any of these people are worthy fighters. Oh, yes, like Prince Ogier. Vengeful and wrathful. I'm your rival? Why are we rivals? Oh, probably because you were... You don't have a claim on Namur. You are her brother. Huh. I mean, you're worth money. Your intrigue sucks, so I think I can probably fairly safely do this. I just realised you're an Earl. Are you actually an Earl? Yeah, you have a title. And you are willing to pay money, it just wasn't showing up as a ransom here. For whatever reason. Adele. No. We'll keep the 3 kids in jail. Unless you are willing to convert. Sure. Tostig. Were you any good? Not really. Edwig. Sighair. Oh, is that an actual ransom? No. And then Ida. Ida's quite good. Ida will keep. She has good prowess, I mean, so she can fight. She can be one of the champions. Because we're going to need more of those. Okay, cool. Spouse aids me in martial studies. Gained 300 military lifestyle and focused student, which gave me some more learning. Sweet. So we're currently working on bailiffs, which we're just 3 years away. Then I might need to reclaim one of my territories from my husband. Or claim a new territory down here in Cadiz. Should probably do that. Ooh, Countess Alfilda. Your levies seem to have been reduced. Not sure that they should have been, to be quite honest. I think they were just fine. Titles can be created. Duchy of Holland, the Kingdom of Lotharingia. Are these less efficient because I don't have the earldom? No. And we've definitely got enough money now to invest in further armoured horsemen. Because they proved their worth. They were adequate in their execution of our enemies. Now I just wish that the heavy infantry were as good. Good. Luxembourg immediately putting down roots. Cambrai. You're supposed to be part of Brabant. And Brabant is probably a bit pissed off that you don't have them. That's my vassal. No. You don't get him. He's mine. And I am de jure his liege, so he should be chill with it. What are our relations? Wait, you never converted? Oh, dude. Dude. Naughty. There we go. And you've been around for how long? How do you peacefully spread the religion outside the realm? You can't really. Except if you do what I've been doing, where you release prisoners and force them to convert. So you can go negotiate release and then check this, demand conversion. If you force, like, their higher titles of nobility, especially counts and dukes, or even the king if you can get them, to convert, then you can do a lot of damage. Like West Francia, almost entirely Austerio at the moment, because we long ago managed to capture their king and force him to convert, and then since then everything else has been converted. So how are relations with my minions right now? I really wish this had some filters. I know I've said that before, but I want to say it again. This is a list that could do with filters. It's getting a bit long. Or even just a sort would do. Like by realm size or by opinion. In fact, realm size is a detail which could really do on this screen. If they're a minion, I want to know their realm. Oh yeah, Crown Authority. We still can't do it for another year. So October next year. Councillor died. The Steward. Ah, Duchess Frotlina. No, you are as well. I know, Frotlina's not a powerful vassal. Rognhilda is the only one who is. However, I could bring you in as the military guy, and then switch you to the Steward, which you are a lot better at. And that's now all of my powerful vassals in a position of power. They're on the council, I mean. I mean, you're still pretty pissed at me, but you're somewhat less so now. How are we doing? Age-wise, health-wise, fine. Man, you would be really good. So, do we want to go after the Marwanids? They're down to just 4,700. Navarra has actually just broken out of them. So Marwanid is not nearly as strong as they were. We could go after Cordoba right now. And then as a part of that success, we could then increase the size of my domain, which will allow me to actually control Cadiz. Any factions? Nope. None that have any of my minions in them anyway. Bell 666, optional quest, Holinda, and Learn 89. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Did we reform our religion? Yes, long ago. Although we probably want to re-reform it. Update it. But probably not until we get to Africa. I don't think we want to be too close to the origins of Ostaru when we do so. Osatru. How are the daughter's children looking? Good question. Man, you got quite a few. Decent. Terrible. Oh, wait. Oh. I'm gonna have to go through this list. Not great. Decent. Very diplomatic. Still a kid, but at least intelligent. And has a stutter, but that's not a problem. You're quick. You're also intelligent and comely. Some potential. Nothing amazing, though. Is this crusade still ongoing? Yeah, it's still ongoing. And this is a crusade that is very near and dear to the Pope's heart, because the Pope's lands are actually under threat in this fight. Very often the Pope's just like, I want you to crusade that realm way over there somewhere. Really far away from me. Yeah, Catholicism is a little bit small in this world. And by a little bit small we mean that. That's it. That's all that's left. No, you can't reform culture, just religion. And because we're the very centre of Norse, we're pretty much guaranteed to be the leader of the Norse. Though there is a fair amount of Franconian here, which could do with being rooted out. Not quite as singular anymore. What happened to Poland? They imploded. So did Bavaria. Oh, wow, Venice. Taking off. Cashing in on the destruction in there. And also Byzantium imploded. Whoa, Barnacid. We have an emerging superpower over here. 35,000 soldiers. Bloody hell. That's a few. Yep, that's definitely a few. Okay, I think it's time for me to go after Marwanid. We're going to go for Cadiz. Holy War. Not against you, against your liege. Holy War for the county of Cadiz. Confirm. Similar numbers of soldiers, but I can't really see you pulling in all of these people. And even if you do, I'll kill them. And even if you don't, I'll kill them. Alright, Holy War for the county. And we're going to raise our entire army here. This is what we're going to do. And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I do hope you're enjoying this. If you are, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you wish to see how the outcome between the clash of the Marwanids versus the Frisians, you will need to rejoin again tomorrow. Streaming 5 PM British Summer Time until 2-ish, probably. I went on for an extra 2.5 hours yesterday, so I feel fully vindicated finishing 10 minutes early today. If you have enjoyed this, hit that follow button so you get those notifications when I'm live again in the future, which, like I said, tomorrow 5 PM. If you've really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. Or you can, of course, check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. Thank you, hell of a cliffhanger. I feel like my cliffhanger game has been lacking a little bit lately. So, here we go. This is another cliffhanger. Mind the cliff, indeed. If you have enjoyed this and you would like to see more of my type of content, you can find that over on youtube.com/MordredViking, where the beginning of this series is. There is also a video which is the top 10 things I wish I had known when I started Crusader Kings III. If you are just getting started for yourself, or you would just like to find out a little bit more about the game, then you can find that there. And there is also a Viking's guide to raiding. So if you would like to see exactly how a Viking goes about raiding, then you can find that over on the YubTubs as well. Then finally, I have a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They are a very cool bunch, and it's always a real pleasure to see some new faces over there. So do come along, join us, and you would be more than welcome. Kabur9 and It's a Noob, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to see you joining us. Who should we raid today? See who else is doing Crusader Kings III. Any names I recognize? Yeah, fruit bats. Fruit bats is awesome. Alright, we're going to go and raid fruit bats. So head on over to fruit bats. Say hello from Mordred Viking. I would love to see his chat absolutely lit up with the Viking raid, which you can do just like this. Or, if you are a subscriber and you have access to our awesome emotes, then you can do it that way. Just copy and paste into their chat when we arrive. Thanks everyone for watching. I will see you tomorrow, 5 PM British Summer Time, for more of this game. Until then, I'll catch you guys later. Game is quite interesting, more than when I tried it. I think I'll just keep watching you play. The game has really come into its own. I was a little bit when I started, and I thought it was going to get a bit too easy, but considering how long we've been stuck in Frisia, just maintaining the state of affairs, and every now and then kind of pushing out and taking a little bit more here and there, yeah, it's coming into its own. It just needed that little bit of extra, runtime. Anyway, head on over to Fruitbat. I will see you guys next time. Until then, goodbye. Puppy, thank you very much for the follow.